Welcome back to Car Juice. Today we're going over the 2024 Mercedes GLE 350.
Oh, hi. Nice to see you in a more normal orientation, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the 2024 Mercedes GLE 350. This car comes in 4 different trim levels with varying different engines, with more or less kind of the same exterior specs as a BMW X5 or as the other models will all have kind of the same exterior trim. This is the GLE 350, which is the lowest of the trim, sporting a 4-cylinder engine making 255 horsepower. While this is a 4-cylinder engine, it doesn't quite get as good fuel economy as the BMW X5, but there are a lot of things to absolutely love about this car, specifically the exterior styling. I actually really enjoyed the Mercedes logo integration of all of the grille in the front of the car, and then you also have really great headlights. These are high-performance LEDs, and they light up the road very well at night. I've not had any issues while I was driving this thing around the lot at nighttime. Obviously, though, I cannot record a video at night because you wouldn't be able to see anything. This car is furnished in white and has a white interior trim. The GLE 350 is a super high quality kind of car. The 4-cylinder engine does feel a little bit heavy in this thing, but there's a lot to actually love about it. Speaking of which, the cargo capacity on this car is actually really good. It's the exact same as the BMW X5, but you can fit plenty of things here in the back, several bodies. This specific car does come with a cargo cover and all of the all-weather mats in it. This car is for sale at the BMW dealership that I work at for around $65,000. It may already be sold at the time of this video releasing, though, as I am actually in the process of selling this one. The cargo area is really cool. This is actually something that I like that Mercedes does a little bit different than we do. Their privacy shield can retract back into this. It's a little bit thinner than what BMW offers on our cars. And then you have a spot down here to store it. If you get into the GLS, you have 2 separate cargo covers that you can put them in different locations so that you can adjust it accordingly if you have the 3rd row seat up or down. You can get the GLE 350 with a 3rd row seat, which you cannot get on the BMW X5, which is kind of nice and kind of a win for Mercedes. Speaking of backseat passengers, you will have plenty of legroom. This is set up for a very small human being to be driving the car, but I have an absolute massive amount of space here in the back of the car. If you get this vehicle equipped with the interior climate package, you will have a additional climate zone in the rear as well as heated seats. This one doesn't have that, mainly just has the premium package and the AMG package, but even without those, you still do get 2 USB-Cs in the back of the vehicle. The X5 has some USB-Cs back here, so your rear passengers will be a little bit more at home in an X5 than you would be at a GLE, but the X5's sunroof isn't quite as good. It doesn't go back nearly as far as the GLE 350, so that is kind of a win back there too. Speaking of interior, this car does have the amazing Burmeister audio system. Sounds a lot nicer than Harman Kardon. All of the top luxury brands pretty much just change back and forth every couple years on who they want to use as their audio system, and currently Mercedes is using the Burmeister system. Definitely worth it to upgrade to the premium package, as the bass sound system doesn't hold up quite as nicely. As far as the interior goes, the quality is amazing. You get this nice AMG steering wheel whenever you upgrade your car to the AMG package. You also get a more aggressive front bumper, and then also these really cool all-season tires with Pirelli Scorpion Zero tires on the outside of those. No run flats on these, and you do have a full-size spare, which I'm sure you guys saw in the rear, and these are 21-inch wheels and tires. The rears are a little bit wider than the fronts, with 315s on the back and 275s on the front. This results in a very nice and high-quality drive of the car. Inside of the cabin, you have you have some very great tech features inside of this car. The infotainment system is honestly probably, I'd like it a little bit better than what BMW is offering with the iDrive 8.5 and 9 system. You still have all of your climate controls in a normal position like a normal car. Whenever you touch them, they sound high quality, they're metallic, they don't sound cheap like they're going to break or anything like that. The paddle shifters are set up in a way that you can tell that this is an SUV and it is not a performance car. They are very far to reach. Steering wheel has great feel and it has the perfect amount of size, but it's not, you know, the most amazing steering wheel in the entire world. But that's okay because it's just designed to, you know, drive the car. This isn't going to be something you take to the track pretty much ever. But you know, you just still do want to have a nice high quality steering wheel, as that's what you're touching all of the time in a luxury car. The car does pass the headliner test. It is a soft touch headliner and you have a little bit of give whenever you touch it with your finger, so that's a nice thing. The dash materials are okay. They are squishy, but they're not perforated. I would like to see some type of like stitch line just to break up the dash. It looks good, but it looks kind of plain. If you had like a nice stitch line or nicer quality material, I think that it would kind of bring everything together just a little bit more. In further news, you also have all of your seat controls here on the door like all other Mercedes. This car is equipped with the ventilated and heated seats, and this car had an original MSRP of $71,290. The base MSRP is $62,650. Not too many options, mostly just the AMG line exterior, the exclusive trim, panorama sunroof, which is standard as part of the premium package. Actually, no, it's just standard on the X5, so you do have to pay a little bit extra for that. And then a lot of just other little tiny adjustments that they added onto this car. These are the MB Tech seats, which are really high quality. Everything in this interior is really nice. Whenever you touch the materials inside of the car, you don't have any like creaks and cracks or anything like that. The fit and finish is really, really good. All of the buttons on the car are nice, and this even has like a nice textured finish, so you can find it whenever you're reaching for the center console a little bit easier. You can option these as well to be heated, just like the X5 and a lot of the other competition. I really like their infotainment system. It's simple, but not too much. The ambient lighting has 64 different colors that you can choose from, and it's very easy to select between your different screens and use the navigation system very, very easily. You also do have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is to be expected in modern times. Wireless phone chargers located down here in the center of the cabin, and it's easy to get to. And as far as road noise goes, this car is pretty good road noise wise. You guys will hear a clip of the exhaust while we go on the drive portion of the vehicle, so you can hear what it sounds like in sport mode and in comfort mode. I'll show you the comfort mode first and then show you the sport mode after. The fit and finish of the doors, I love Mercedes door controls. They're for their mirrors. Not for their mirrors, for their windows. They work very well. They're made of aluminum, and they're just really high quality. Automatic windshield wipers, and you also can get, you know, adaptive cruise control, and then pretty much anything that you want to adjust on the screen you can do from either side. You have one controller for the right screen, and then you have another controller here for the left screen that lets you change different things on the dashboard. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything on the interior. I do want to mention 2 more USB-C ports here in the front, and you also have one down here in the center. Again, the X5 has one more USB-C or USB port than Mercedes has. We actually offer a USB Type A still, and they don't have that to be found anywhere, which would be frustrating if you have like an older clientele that may want to use a USB drive to load up songs to the car, all of those sort of things. But I'm gonna put you guys right there, and we're gonna take this thing for a spin. All right, so behind the driver's seat of the car, you know, it's a pretty nice, comfortable ride. I would say that this ride quality is nicer than what they offer in the X5. You still get your nice little tug job as far as a lot of your safety settings go. This car has the forward collision mitigation, all that kind of good stuff, blind spot monitoring, very, very safe car. Whenever you're getting into a luxury vehicle, you want to make sure that it has nice safety features. This car also has a great resonance, like as far as the interior cabin noise goes. It feels very high quality, very premium. Even though this is a more base car, it doesn't feel like you're getting into a very, you know, cheap Mercedes by any means. The MB Tex has proven itself over the years. It's really high quality. You honestly, if you didn't know that this wasn't leather, you wouldn't be able to tell, as it has a very nice texture on the surface of everything as well. I have no complaints, and I actually really like the quality of this vehicle. However, the drive is really where this thing starts to be a little bit more lackluster. Audi and BMW have absolutely destroyed Mercedes in recent years, and namely because of the lack of Mercedes being able to get all of their V8 engines for most of the COVID era of cars. And then now that they're available again, they are still, you know, it's still very expensive. That was kind of a big thing for Mercedes. The bi-turbo V8 is super, super important, as whenever you're getting a luxury car, that was kind of what Mercedes made them cool. And then their 4-cylinder engines cost almost as much as a 6-cylinder X5. So this car starts out at $62,000. The X5 starts out at $65,000. Our car has a 6-cylinder engine, gets more fuel economy than their 4-cylinder engine, and then we have a much better 8-speed ZF transmission versus they have an in-house built 9-speed transmission. The transmission feels confused as heck in this car. If you're driving a performance car, you're going to feel like you're a little bit like, what the heck is going on? Like, it does not feel great behind the wheel. It has great technology, the fit and finish is great, it feels like a luxury vehicle, but it does not drive like even remotely close to a sports car. I do want to mention that you can get optional air ride suspension. Would I probably spend the money on it? Probably not, because the regular suspension is super, super soft. It's really, really nice. But if you're driving it without using the paddle shifters, like most Mercedes customers who are going to end up getting one of these cars, I think you'd be fine. But it's whenever you try to downshift or anything like that, the transmission feels confused, it feels completely lost, and I think you'd probably be better off going with a different car. They do offer this in a hybrid, which I think would probably be much nicer because the hybrid transmission would smooth out the gaps. That's the GLE 450E, which is the same 4-cylinder engine mated to an additional hybrid drivetrain, making 381 horsepower. And then they also have the old school GLE 450, which is a 6-cylinder engine and has 375 horsepower. I think that reliability-wise, I think that the GLE 450, the regular one, would be a better choice, as whenever BMW came out with their 4-cylinder engine hybrid back in 2016 or 18, I believe, they were plagued with reliability issues. Whenever you have a 4-cylinder pushing this much weight and this much power, you're just asking for trouble. You're gonna have issues with reliability going down the line. The B58 engine doesn't have the same reliability issues, and then the X550E, which I have a video on, which will be linked down in the description below, offers a 6-cylinder engine making 483 horsepower with the hybridized kind of component as well. So you've got a lot more power, better fuel efficiency, better quality, and overall a more engaging drive. It's not as smooth. The X5 is also a lot louder than this car, but you're driving a car, so if you don't want to get the 350, I would probably recommend going towards either the Audi Q7. Audi also has great infotainment, or just, you know, look me up at BMW Cincinnati North, Caleb Drury, and I will do my best to answer any questions you have about the X5. But overall, it's a really nice car. I would give this thing like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. But compared to the X5, which Car and Driver rated it's like number 3 or number 4 car of the world, this car was rated number 14, which is a little bit rough. The parking cameras and all of the tech work fantastic. This car does have 4K backup cameras and makes it really easy to pull in and out of parking spots. And it is an affordable car. It is $3,000 less expensive than the X5, but that does come with a reasonable amount of compromises. So if you guys are looking for a nice car with a 12.3-inch touchscreen and great tech, great features, all that good stuff, this is a great car for you. However, I would consider checking out some of the other competition before you pull the trigger. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you guys liked it, please hit the subscribe button down below. And if you guys have any other cars that you want to see me review, comment that in the section below as well, and leave a like on the video. I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.